闇に一人立つ俺はどこから生まれきた明けない夜に一人惑う俺はいつまで叫び続けるブラックビートブラックビート運命よ果てなき戦いにピリオドブラックビートブラックビート悲しみよ愛をなくした黒い戦士十字架わけなどどこにある俺は今日に飽きただけ光があれば闇がある俺は明日に走り続けるブラックビートブラックビート宿命よ余す時は凍りつく戦場の中さらば安らぎさらば愛二度とは帰れない昨日にはブラックビートブラックビート運命よ果てなき戦いにピリオドブラックビートブラックビート悲しみよ愛をなくした黒い戦士
For you, this is an unprecedented breakup of our schedule, but for me, it is Tuesday. In any case, hello and welcome, faithful batheads, to another episode of the Megami stream. Where today, frankly speaking, I don't know what happened. I was genuinely thinking that we could actually stream Gungrave Day 1, but if anything, life finds a way to make me scratch my head. Unfortunately, it seems as though the cloud version of it just doesn't want to cooperate right now, so in light of that, I'm thinking we may have to switch things around. Maybe Saturday, maybe next week, I don't know, but frankly, I figure, hey, I've got a free slot, there's no train tomorrow, so makes sense to me that we actually do something with this unprecedented time, right? Alongside that, I have been making a few changes based on, hey, look at that, things are opening up for me, to the point that, hey, look at that, we've got follower emotes now as well. And if you look to the side as well, we've also got sub badges. I'm working on them. Let me know what you think about them. But all the same, hey, look at that. I actually want to put some appreciation into the Legionnaires who helped put this stream together. So, frankly, we'll figure this out as we go, alright? Alongside that, I do have some people to thank who followed outside of the stream window, so Mr. Yusuf4F, wait, yes, 4822, I don't know if it's pronounced Yusuf or Yosef, but thank you all the same. As well to that, hey look, another TokuTuber, Miss Harmo Air Getlam, also known as Harmony on Twitter. I hope you're doing well. You should follow them, especially if you're interested in Sympho gear. But all the same, hey look at that, a nice relaxing round from the Devil May Cry series, especially considering I see Momo out here enjoying the Virgil emote. If anything, let me know what else you... Hey, look at that. We do a little bit of figuring it out. I don't know. I hope to find out at some point. I still need to work on a catchphrase as well, so... Beyond that, why don't we just go ahead and get into that? Hello, Noir. Hello, Momo. Hello, Centris. I hope your Tuesday's going alright. I hope your holiday season is going alright. Especially if you're living in the US, because it's going to be a dark day come Friday. I hope not, at least. But, to let you know what things have been going on, what's a holiday? Well, those across the pond would have you believe it's a substitute for the use of the word vacation. I call it a necessary break that sometimes people don't want to believe is necessary. Speaking of don't want to believe it's necessary, look at all these mother-loving Mitama over here. Yes, I bought the DLC. Yes, this is extremely unprecedented in my book. I'm just gonna hit this thing right here to let you know what's going on. Alongside that, though, we do have some new recruits. I've been doing some grinding off screen. I'm asking very nicely, what do you take in terms of damage? Oh, look at that, lightning. I have quite a bit of that. Let's see here. And there you go. I can't believe we hit our first clip of the night.
But why?
Also, yes, young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, grinding all around. I said, young man, look at all of this gospel. I can be level 20 if I wanted to. Seriously, it's a lot. I would say, considering everything else you get with the DLC package, it's worth it, but at the same time, I'm also over here like, you can power level based on this way too hard, can't you? I don't know. But at the same time, who's up to find out? Based on that, though, why don't we just go ahead and take a look upstream real quick? Man, Beanpole has some Bayonetta legs. Yeah, he's built different. somebody out there has already made the joke, but it's like you ask the Naho what he's about, and he's like, my pronouns are they, them. Not because I'm non-binary, but because there's two of me in here. He gets all of his hype from Megami. He's built the Naruto run, yes. They've got things in there. They, frankly speaking, I can't make the joke because it's spoilers. Wow, another Black Mitama, might as well. So once again, sir, I'm gonna ask. Look at this spyglass I bought for you.
This'll do.
He's wacky inflatable. He's wacky armful. Hold on. Wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man with his blue hair and his finger blade. Why is it a finger blade? Because frankly speaking, we gotta do something different, right? And once again, you are weak to lightning. As many things are.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world!
Uh-huh. What's my favorite anime song from 2014? Gospel of the Throttle? You have it right. Or was that 2016? I don't remember when Drifters came out. Hirano promised us a season 2 and never stuck on it. Why? Because Hirano's a little bit lazy. Hey, look at me, Mon. Lucky the demon flying over there. No need fighting now, but remember one day, yeah? In other words, hey, look at that. Do you want to fight the powerful foe? No, you don't. Look at... where is he? There he is, the big dragon in the sky. Do you wish to die? I hope not. More important than that, we've got things up this hill. I think it came out in 2016. Fair enough. I just know for a fact that I've wanted to see what happens, and so far, they have denied me that. I do appreciate Yasushi Ishii coming back for it on account of the fact that they did the original soundtrack for Hellsing 2001, but frankly, you know how it is. I would say if you enjoy Fate but wish it had a little bit more of a non-visual novel tone, I think it's alright. Joan of Arc gets to do things. Joan of Arc is pissed. But then again, I would say that thing also exists in terms of Record of Ragnarok as well. I hear that manga has a lot of bias towards Japanese historical figures, but I think it's alright all the same. Now then, where are we going over here? I was promised power. I'm counting on you to put an end to Apsaris' wicked scheme. She's gathering followers in a cave in Shiba. So yeah, good old let and see it over here is of a mind of, hey, they're absconding with my business. By turning people into, what's the word I'm looking for? Shells of their former selves. Telling people to stay in their lane, if you would. Depending on the answer we get from Apsaris herself, that may determine whether or not we kill her, but let's just ask the ley line to tell us where we need to go.
Here is the map.
And here we are, and here is... wait. Okay, then fair enough. There's still so many Mitama. Not gonna lie, I did not expect it. But I suppose it's there if we need to do some power leveling off-screen as I did. And they're chasing me. They want to die. To which I say no. Letting the Mitama decide for themselves how this goes down is a bad idea, especially considering the fact that they use debilitate and escape and nothing else. They're literally just there to fuck with you, but I suppose that's how SMT works in a nutshell. There's a bundle for Ghostwire and Deathloop on sale. Should I do it? I would say if you like Far Cry with some yokai in it, get it for Ghostwire, but I don't have enough of an opinion on Deathloop yet. Lady Apsaris, we are weak and powerless. Please lend us your gardens. Ah, Lady Apsaris, free me from my hunger. Please, Lady Apsaris, show us the light, show us the way. Ah, Lady Apsaris, you are goddess eternal. I don't understand. This is the final haven for the weak and downtrodden demons with nowhere else to go. That look in your eyes tells me you are strong. I'm afraid this is no place for you. Pay us no heed and be on your way. I think I can't do that. Wait a moment. Wait a moment, will you? A problem has just arisen, and I could use the help of a capable demon. Let him pass. I would like to ask him something. If you want wacky fun with time looping, then I suggest Deathloop. If anything, let Noir tell you better. I would imagine he understands perfectly. There you have it. You are permitted to speak, Lady Apsaris. So get a load of this frigid lady right here. Welcome. This is a haven for the weak. Oh, I can sense Ledin Seed's presence within you. What do you have to say for yourself? I see. So that demon has not completely misled you yet. Very well. Then I, too, shall explain. She deceives those weaker than her by giving them an impression they have what it takes to achieve their dreams. Not only that, but she supports a select few of her choosing. Sadly, it would appear that she sees them as little more than a source of nourishment. Wouldn't it be better to give them the knowledge and power to pursue their dreams on their own instead of offering them empty words? If something isn't done about Ledin Seed, more and more demons will lose confidence in themselves as they inevitably realize their own inabilities and fade away like a dying star. If you agree, then please, help me put an end to Ledin Seed's misguided intentions. I don't know, I feel as though empty promises are more egregious than telling people they have a place to live. Thank you. Ledin Seed is hiding in Sheba Park. I will leave you to her. Having seen Ichi play Ghostwire is like a very urban Far Cry with a yokai supernatural theme. You're right, I liked it. If anything, it's just, hey, light horror plus exploring an abandoned city. I feel as though it's nice. I feel as though it's a little bit barren, but at the same time, considering it's made by the same people as The Evil Within, I feel as though them branching out is a bit of an experiment, but I like it. That being said, where is the girl? Where is that woman? She left Tango Gameworks, I think. Ikumi Nakamura, yes. Shinji Mikami's apprentice, I believe, but that being said, I'm hopeful to see where else she goes with that. Because I feel as though she's got quite a minor fan club of her own at the moment. Let's see. Where are you, you lying son of a mother? Wait, no, you are the lying mother. Come back here. I want you to explain why you do not wear shoes. I'm counting on you to put an end to Apsaris' wicked scheme. I think not. Making the selection will invalidate the quest, the Water Nymph. Are you sure? I think so. What's wrong? You look so serious. Wait, it can't be. You've been bewitched by Apsaris too, haven't you?
Bastard.
All I want is to allow others to fulfill their own dreams, and you are not going to stop me. Come on, Ipandatara. We can't let him win. And look at that. More sour, please. Now, just to be certain here. What's that? All crits? All crits. Just because I'm curious to see what you'll do with this. Uh-huh. I don't believe you're weak to lightning, but doesn't matter. We got crits either way. And since we have Mermaid here, hey, look at that. My favorite unique skill in the game. I don't know. We can keep this momentum up anyway. So in any case, chat, the holidays are... This fight almost took me out the first time I did. I wasn't prepared for it. Yeah, if anything, background knowledge just has me like, this is fine. I've had worse. I've had the thing that's coming up after this, but if anything, that's essentially why I wanted to gear up outside of the stream, just make sure I understand what I'm in for. That being said, I don't imagine this will be much longer. Okay, never mind. I am weak to darkness. Who would have thought? That being said, it's not imprisoning me this day. And you get to leave with it. Never mind. Now you get to go. Crispy. Now let's see, what do we need most of right now? More than likely... like that. I wish to be healthy. I lost. I only wanted to help. Was that really so wrong of me? No, it wasn't. There's nothing wrong with chasing your dreams, even if they never come true. Even if you despair at your own powerlessness, as long as you've lived to the fullest, as long as you were true to yourself, then that's more than enough. I can't be wrong. I just can't. And then she left. I will say this much. She has the right of it, even if what's going on is a bit of a fool's errand, I feel as though you should still try. That being said, I'm of a mind, Apsaris is the one we need most of right now, so... In fact, let me see, what is my demon stock? We've got one space. Anyway, hey, look at this giant enemy spider. Oh, never seen you before. You're planning on charging right in? Me, I wouldn't do that if I was you. Some crazy monster got sent up ahead to take out the angels. But the thing's got it out for everybody. Angels, demons, doesn't matter. Anything that goes near gets ripped apart. It's got its territory marked near Tokyo Tower. If you're heading that way, you better watch out. 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 Now let's go all the way back to Shiba. And let's go and see what those people wallowing in their own inability are up to today. Ah, were you able to stop Lenin's seed? You better watch out. Hello, Kubo. As you can see...
You better watch out.
As you can see, we're playing another a real Shin Megami Tensei game like Nocturne or Strange Journey. As much as I don't want to quote the full thing because #slurs, it's still holding true with the whole Persona versus SMT thing. I feel as though they still both have their... what's the word I'm looking for? Faults, and that guy died of cancer. Wait, what? You're telling me Raj is gone? Well, he will sorely be missed. Either way, like I was saying, they both have their strengths and weaknesses. This game's in particular weakness is story, but we'll get to that when we get there. You obtained a health that's... You also obtained a waifu. Look at that, everybody. I stole your god. How does that make you feel? Especially you over there. With your strength, I'm certain you'll be able to protect Lady Apsaris. No, my dude, you don't understand. She's protecting me. Especially since, let me see here, what skills do you actually have? Bufu, yes, that's exactly why I wanted you. Bufu what? Bufu d- I don't know, I've been thinking for a bit, just looking at how branding on this stream goes, and while I do like the chill element of it a lot, on account of the fact that it gives me a lot to actually work on, I'm thinking sooner or later I may have to follow Frank from Always Sunny's advice and get a little bit more weird with it. Not too weird, just a little bit. It depends. Feeling yourself out is weird. Now then. Up this way is danger. Up this way is Neko Shogun's distinctly lacking HP. MP, I mean. But the question is, does Angel... No, he does not have it. Are you also... I need to verify. Explain yourself to me. You are in fact weak to wind. That's not the worst I've seen. It's okay to be weird. I've based my entire life on it. If I came out here and just rebranded myself as your mom's favorite VTuber, I don't think we could say that's too based in that regard, I'm sure, but I don't know. If anything, I'm just over here like I'm somebody's favorite, I know that for sure. Angel is not weak to Bufu, but it's weak to Bufa, it seems. I assume you mean Bofa, but I'm not gonna judge. More important than that, good old Beanpole needs some readjustment as well. And luckily we have a mermaid essence for that. So... I can't give you Stormcaller's song, but... Let me see, I need to verify something very quickly. Still though, it's just one of those things that's just like, brand management is hard. Content creation even harder. You and I both talked about this on your Frontier stream, Kubo. The fact of the matter is just actually understanding what you're about, and then applying that to the stream is just how it go. Community building, go way down. It's a Portuguese word, research it at your own risk. Alright then, my European friend, I will take that in due consideration. Alright then. What? I do have Azumi though, so let's see. Good old regular Beholden Bufu. and maybe Scratch Dance. And since he starts with it, might as well keep Zio.
How is this?
Now the question is, who on this party is weak to fire? Angel, for some reason, is weak to fire. Let's see. This'll work.
How is this?
I got you here for a reason. I would rather you not be fried fish, if I can help it.
Return when you have gathered more demons.
As you say, pianist wife, I will take that in consideration. Speaking of taking things into consideration, I've been watching The Witch of Mercury lately, and frankly speaking, I'm of a mind of move over, Gundam 00. This may in fact be the easiest series to get into to date.
In front of Tokyo Tower. We'll want to be extremely cautious if we intend to go any further.
Megami will warn you anytime he detects the presence of a powerful demon. These warnings can hint at either upcoming bosses that block game progression or exceptionally challenging foes lying in wait. It's best to save your game whenever Aogami gives you the warning. He's better safe than sorry, after all. But you don't understand, I'm always sorry. I watched the latest Bleach instead, and today it was fucking peak. You're not wrong. Frankly speaking, I'm of a mind of as much as the arc itself is mid, the animation for it is very much making up for it in my book.
Hereby take command of Bethel's holy army. Our foes are the demons of chaos, who swore allegiance to that contemptible snake. Yet fear not, we are all blessed with the divine protection of God himself. Warriors from far and wide, hear me now. Strike them down in the name of order! The unholy will find their deliverance by our blades!
Oh no!
I mean, does anybody talk about the Bound Arc? There's only one worthwhile scene, and it's literally one fight, so...
The god you cravenly revere is dead.
Say what?
Slain by my own hand, that humanity might finally live unbound from their chains.
Vile serpent, your lies mean nothing.
I speak only the truth. I have ascended the Pillar Imperial, the throne of God. As an angel, you know what this means.
Yeah, like I said before, this is essentially a sequel to Nocturne.
Such uncouth behavior from my former brethren.
So much so that we've got Colonel Campbell after he ascended after Liquid Ocelot's insurrection.
Order itself has crumbled. Chaos shall envelop the world. And from that chaos, there shall be a true rebirth. A wholly new future. All that remains is for me to sow the seeds that shall sprout into this grand reality.
So what does that mean for us exactly? Is this why my hair is blue? You're not quite sure how to interpret what you just saw. So... am I seeing things?
It must have been. That was Lucifer, the Lord of Chaos. Shortly after our encounter, my operations ceased. It was only after I sensed your presence that I reactivated. I've since recovered a portion of my memory data. Yes, I was an agent of Bethel, and I was sent here on an important mission. They have a base not far from here, at the Tokyo Diet Building. There, the angels of Bethel work tirelessly to protect the people. Young man, it is my guess that the angel who took your friend will also be there. Let us make our way to the Tokyo Diet Building, for your own safety.
Hey!
I don't know about that.
No time to space out! Something's coming!
Oh no!
Them frames? Yeah. Needless to say, it's not Scarlet and Violet, but this game still struggles quite a bit on the Switch. I'm more so wondering how is the sound holding up. It's a little bit low on my end. But also, hey look, another Sour Please moment. So yeah, here we are with this giant enemy Hydra, so what do? We freeze the heads. You in fact do not have the thing, are you? You know, thinking on it, it's good that we have Patra on Angel, but I think he could have used an attack down as well. Where is Shiro or Heracles when you need him? Does Shiro take on a Hydra? I don't remember.
Judgment.
Grand Romulus probably has a better chance, let's be real here. And then... yeah, you're right about that. He really felt himself out in regards to that. Oh look, I have Raccoonda, no wonder.
Let there be light.
Which was literally a technique to kill Hydra. Yeah, you have more of an idea than I do in that regard. Oh no. Alright, let's see here. How can we make this work?
Oh, Heavenly Father, deliver them light!
You know what? That's a good one too. It's an early game Medea, yes. And once again, I feel as though you're gonna need it. And then just continuing to lower your defense for the sake of what? For the sake of I don't want to deal with you more than I have to. That's about what I expect. Wow. We might actually... and there we go. What do you mean power leveling does nothing when he gets stuff like that off? Oh well, we do it again. If anything, I'm of a mind of the thing that would make this a cakewalk is the ability to let demons use items, but at the same time, I don't imagine we'll be getting that anytime soon. Even still.
Young man, we'll want to be...
That being said, just in case, am I still using Bufu? Okay, this is still my same setup, yeah. I was wondering, is this game a hit for the fandom? Technically, no. Technically, people are mad that this game doesn't hit as good as 4 in terms of the story beats, to which I say, yeah, the unfortunate thing about it was 4 was so good at what it does that, frankly speaking, 5 being pure gameplay really made it miss the mark, if you know what I mean. But unfortunately, it's just a matter of this was a bit of a new venture for the whole thing, so concessions made, concessions post-development applied. I don't know the best way to phrase it. I just know that people were not happy. People got out of it what they did, but at the same time, it wasn't all of what they wanted. It's one of those situations that you could never live up to the hype. You either like this game or you hate it, and everyone who likes it. In true SMT fandom fashion, frankly speaking, people will hate the guts of whatever this exists to be. Or some will be like me and just go, it was a thing that exists.
That was Lucifer, the Lord. It was only after I sensed...
It's like, for the sake of not spoiling sake on it, frankly speaking, there are certain things in SMT4 Apocalypse that people genuinely revile, so to say that 4 kind of stewed the pot a little bit too hard may be the factor that decides that, hey, look at that, 5 is great. 5 also exists in this weird space of, I don't like it. I wish there were more of it. I don't like it. I can lie, but hearing this makes the idea of playing this game the opposite of tempting. It depends on what you're looking for. It's really just a matter of... Let me put it this way. Remember how everybody was up in arms at the idea of get good culture? It's kind of like that, except these games actually are a genuine landmark. It's a matter of, you gotta understand what you're about. It's one of those things you have to form your own opinion on. Yeah, that's a better way to phrase it. Don't let the hate train tell you what to do. Just understand what you're getting into and decide for yourself. I wish the first dozen hours or so wasn't just desert. Yeah, that's another factor about it. You're going to be seeing a lot of the netherworld just be endless sand, as if we're in some sort of Bible reference, but at the same time, though, once it starts hitting good, it starts hitting good in my opinion. The music helps quite a bit. Right now, we're just in the phase of the composer tuning his guitar, if you know what I mean. Man, I really should have given Tsuchigumo something to do with ice as well, but we can switch him out, I think. So, who's coming out? Upsars. I'm gonna be honest, I sincerely have a soft spot for desert scenery in games. What's your opinion of Journey, then? That's the thing about it. Deserts have never really done anything bad, in my opinion. It's just a matter of this one is literally all desert for 10 hours. Also, hello, Mike. You made it. Welcome to the stage of history. Welcome as I use this angel to bless this Hydra to death. I actually never played Journey before, but I own it. Yeah, it's one of those games, isn't it? The one that's just like you would like to enjoy it, but people have also enjoyed it far more than you. And experiencing that through osmosis makes it kind of a nil point to actually play the game yourself, doesn't it? What matters is you installed it. That means you supported the developer. And by install, I mean you have the game itself. Alright then, I would like for you to maybe sleep. Do I have anything for that? I do not. Imagine that. So based on that, I'm just gonna chuck a snowball at him. Nice. I do need a party healer, but at the same time, I don't know. It's free damage, it's free real estate. And then Osiris with her Bufu +2. It's at least better damage, but at the same time, I still want you to sleep. Hey, look at that. Doing it good on the stream is actually working. I gotta ask everyone, what's your favorite scenery areas in games? Because I'm a sucker for wetlands, flooded-like places. Personally, depending upon how you do it, it's either corrupted areas or ice. Because I would say ice levels tend to be the penultimate area where everything just hits real good, but honestly, I'm not clear. There's a certain dungeon in SMZ4 that kind of fits the bill in terms of I like that idea quite a bit, but I'm not allowed to say it because it's a massive spoiler. Also, post-apocalyptic cities, well then you should probably get a hold of Ghostwire Tokyo, like we've been saying. Because it's literally just that. Imagine the entirety of Tokyo's population being raptured, and everything else is yokai. That's essentially what you get with that.
Let there be light!
Alright. Gotta keep this train going. And hope and pray that when he wakes up, we will have good damage on us. To which I say, I should have healed, but oh well. Are you still asleep? Never mind. Hey look, he missed. Somehow we have room to recover. Ah. So, based on that...
Oh, Heavenly Father, deliver them light!
I like how diverse our answers are. What have I said before? All the batheads are very diverse. I enjoy it quite considerably. Once again, I would like for you to sleep, but also... I mean, we can outlast the poison if we keep healing.
Deliver them light!
It may be a little bit painful, but then again, the pain makes you feel alive, right? Of course, I don't remember if Angel has returns, so my answer may be a little bit ignorant. Not that it matters, Thing is asleep. We can make this work. I also really out there futuristic cities like Dream Xenogen from FF10. I would feel as though that also applies to Ire from Arknights. What do you mean that this hyper-advanced undersea city exists? What do you mean that they're also basically Bloodborne 2 down there? My favorite jungle scenery was always the battle with the Fear in NGS3. I know what you mean, and I greatly enjoy that.
Oh, Heavenly Father, deliver them! Light!
It also helps that it's in the middle of a giant downpour, so what's that? You're gonna be... Wait, no, the Fear? I'm thinking of the Sorrow. Same logic in my opinion. You're treading through a shallow river being assaulted by everybody you've ever dealt with in the game that, frankly speaking, you took the leap option towards. And if you're smart about it, you don't have to deal with any of it. But that also requires understanding how willing are you to kill. Wait, what? Okay, that works. What's that? My man's head game is weak? You would believe it. Let's see. A little more of that. That river was empty on your first run? Well then, I'm glad. I understand very well how you play them.
Oh, Heavenly Father, deliver them! Light!
Now let's see here. How we doing so far? I'd say pretty good. How lucky are we in regards to this though? Not lucky at all. Let's hope we don't die. Okay, not the best, not the worst. What matters is we can still kill. I went through the entire game with Tranquilizer only. If I could get my hands on the PS3, I'd be doing that in MGS4, but in other days. Assassin's Creed Origins had the best water mechanic. I adored exploring the lakes for sunken treasures with all the green and orange desert hues. That just tells me I need to play Origins. It's the only Assassin's Creed game that's actually felt a little bit interesting to me.
Oh, Heavenly Father, deliver...
No longer poisoned, I've been delivered. And it missed again, of course. Our luck is running out. We better burn this bright. We better give Angel a chance to actually do something. Now then, Mermaid, if you'd be so kind as to hit this one more time for me.
You swindled me.
Wow. I'm very grateful that you haven't killed yet. What do you say we put it to the test? then you, magic user. And then this should do it, I think. I really recommend it. If you play it, don't play as an Assassin's Creed game, but as a period piece. You say that, and I immediately think of the fact that we got a Yasuke anime, and while I was expecting a period piece, I got Naruto with Samurai. Needless to say, shout out to Lakeith Stanfield for actually making it work, but at the same time, the show was piss. I will say that hoping Origins is better. Hey, look at that, we did it.
A test of your reflexes.
Oh, look at that, you learned a new song. I immediately want you to forget it. Marin Karen does nothing. Charm spells? No, the only charm is the glorious damage.
Wow, you're pretty strong, huh?
Yeah, it's almost as if I'm
Totally
over
were
leveled.
strong. Seriously, I can't believe you actually beat the tower demon. Crazy!
Very nice. And we can fuse Hydra. So here we are at Tokyo Tower. Get your pictures in, it's very pretty. So, I would like, well, first of all, I would like to head back to that sleigh line because it's a free save point. Nah, I'm way ahead. Didn't get that skill on my Naho bean. Yeah, that's fair. If anything, I was just like, hey, look at that. Free proto-fiend essence. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna use it. Why wouldn't I use it? Trust me, it's the only Assassin's Creed game I can recommend in good faith. The standalone thing, plus getting the Final Fantasy items in that is great. Yeah, it did have a collab with Final Fantasy 15, didn't it? Now then.
Ah, there he is. Need anything else?
I don't have enough Neemon yet. Right, time to hit the sack. Well, if anything, I do hope you rest well, my friend. Take it from me, I'm glad you were here. Let's see. Destroy it. Strong against ice. Strong against fire. That's not
anything else?
It's not to my benefit yet.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to have money. Wait. I gotta see my wife.
Welcome to the world of shadows, where demons gather.
Good.
Now, based on that, what can we do to actually fuse? Well, it's not there yet. I wish I had money. I wish I understood the benefits of what we are. I also understand that, hey, if you didn't see it in the Discord, we have sub-badge now, so if at any point you feel the need to, what's the word I'm looking for, patronize this stream, at the very least you will know that you have my support. Whether or not we actually put that to work is up for debate, but at the same time, make suggestions on what you would like to see. Will I actually do live review content? Hard to say.
Return when you have gathered more demons.
It's like I was saying before, I need to work on a lot of things in regards to my brand. While I'm out here thinking about that, you want a good example of making sure your brand is as good as it is? I have somebody to think about in regards to that. Hang on a sec. What do you mean it doesn't exist? vacation because life is not giving me the right of it. Speaking of life not giving me the right of it, hey, look at that. What do you mean that the Muskie Man has had everybody wanting to jump ship from Twitter to a thing that is, frankly speaking, probably a little bit worse than Twitter? Needless to say, social media was a mistake, and finding alternatives to it is a bit of a mixed bag, you know what I'm saying? What's in the bag? Turds. I can't say I'm a friend of any of it, but at the same time, it's also a matter of I wish to use this devilry to at least find good people, if you know what I mean. Hard to say what life is like these days, but also I'm not very good with social media management in the first place, so in any case, yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking about. Go follow Maru, especially if you're interested in anything regarding Metal Heroes. They're practically based on it, so if anything, I appreciate what they're about.
And so the Hydra is slain. Fine work. A pleasure to meet you, young man. I am a humble monk of Jozoji Temple.
Wow, get a load of this, Chad.
My name is Goku.
I almost want to call him Goku.
I sensed a disturbance in Tokyo. My search brought me a long way, and now I roam these lands. The Buddha's guidance compelled me to save you, but I see you never truly needed my help. But surely you did not pass wholly unscathed. Pardon the presumption, but let me give you this.
I don't know what it is.
I will be wandering this place for a while yet. If your path takes you across these dunes, I suggest you head that way.
Also, I was reading that apparently Elon is trying to bankrupt Twitter because he has really complicated reasons. What complicated reasons? He's a rich man who doesn't understand money.
May our paths under the Buddha's gaze cross again one day.
It's straight up slash and burn tactics. That's how Yahoo got rid of one of its photo brand websites by making it so valueless that they could just literally delete it from the face of the map and get more money. He'll be back, Mike, don't worry.
Hey! Over here! Like, seriously!
I see you over there, 15 frame Amanazaku.
Just now, weren't you? Ooh, in that case... I saw an angel inside the city, over that way. Come on, let's go check it out. I'll show you myself, okay?
As I said earlier, the angels are with Bethel, and they operate out of the Tokyo Diet Building. We should meet with that angel and ask him for directions on how to get there.
Okay, time to find us an angel.
Alrighty then, but first I'm going the other way. Why? Because there's probably things here. Like these vending machines. There's money in these here cans. Now what's your deal? Considering they call it Armageddon, I'm sure you can imagine with the scale. Quite a significant battle, yes, with great power and glory to the victor. And obviously, that would be... Yet the angels cling to their denial. They suddenly fight a war that has already been won for years. Did you say glory? It's not about him managing money well, it's because he was forced to acquire the company with him not wanting it in the first place because he was trying to be a funny man and go, oops, sorry, lol. then he should have retracted the statement. Personally, I'm of the mind of you're not beholden to random idiots who worship the ground you walk on because you're a rich billionaire and buy up a whole bunch of stuff. If anything, he walked into that trap the second he laid it, so that's on him. If he gets sued for walking out of the deal, then he shouldn't have actually made out for the deal in the first place. Word of mouth is not legally binding. 18 years prior, God's faithful stood against the armies of chaos. In time, that battle came to be known as Armageddon. I'm getting tired of these people just giving me random flavor text, but I like it. It's the flavor that has me wondering what's going on. That being said, my angel needs help badly. But for real though, I agree with Centris in this regard. Sometimes I want to believe that maybe some people out there with money have a good idea of what's going on. Other times you gotta remember money is the root of all evil and it makes you do crazy stuff. Even people with money will be beholden to the idea of money. What are you doing with that money? Making money. And never improving anything. Imagine being so moronic in your own ass about being the smartest man alive when you're just a rich dude with the smart people on your team you overwork with the promise of enlightening their careers. What, you mean literally every rich person in the past 20 years? No, that's not the right button, but I'll let it rock anyway. What matters is, hey, Sushi, I have your buddy here. Why don't you talk to him? Oh, you got my buddy with you. Then I guess you're my buddy too. And that means we get nothing. You just get out of the way for me, and I guess that's fine too. Now, what's down this way? More Sandman. More Mitama. More Metopia. And in true Metopia fashion, we're not going to engage, we're just going to learn what you do.
Here.
And you're weak to Mudo, which means it's a good thing we have Mermaid here. Sing for him a song of despair, if you would. And based on that, that's where the money comes in. These guys over here, I don't know. Speaking of I don't know, here's a thought, chat. I have 7 gospels. Do you want me to pop them right now, or should we just play the game straight? The choice is yours. Ooh.
Young man.
Apparently it depicts a demon who long ago expanded his magic power for a decisive battle with God himself. What does Gospel do again? It's a free level up for the Naho Bino, as opposed to, what's it called, a grimoire, which levels up one demon at random. Nevertheless, it seems that some of that demon's power still remains, even after being turned to stone. By absorbing this power, you'll likely be able to strengthen your own demons. Will you absorb the petrified demon's power? I mean, he ain't using it. See right there, it's a free level for everybody. Spread the wealth.
Yes.
Power should be granted to those of righteousness. Despite what I look like, chat, do you consider me righteous? And look at that, it's Rickarm, the thing that we need. And then, like that, you get Patra instead. You don't do much in terms of healing, so you can have Rakukaja, that's fine. Neko Shogun gets nothing. Old Man Sandman gets Mazan, so I'm alright with that. Tsuchigumo gets more power. Azumi, a thing. I haven't used Scratch Dance, I don't know how good it is. Hey look, budget Skeleton Man. Let's see. You could probably put it here. If it crits, it fits.
Be careful.
So yeah, for a little context of why I'm here, I was asked by one of the mermaids to help their friends out on account of the fact that they went nuts. And I have no idea why they went nuts, but hey look, that's a glory apple over there, I want it. Dance for me. Dance for me, for I am Pazuzu, ruler of demons. Come, fair maidens, let my winds cast you into servitude and bow before your master. So you've come at behest of the mermaid who escaped. Do you think yourself an exorcist? Have you come to expel my curse? Even at the end of my claws, you still claimed you would save the mermaids. Even knowing that you will be gnashed to pieces by my fangs, you still oppose me. How mournful. For no matter how gallant you may be, this is where you die. And look, my favorite boss theme in the game. So, based on that, what are you weak to? Oh look, we were stacked for this right from the jump, so what does that mean? We're gonna jump them.
Judgment.
But for real though, can I get a sour please in chat for this? It's probably the one song from this that's actually good workout music for me, so needless to say, I'm biased as all get out.
Judgment.
And then, just because I'm curious, figures. And then, more Magatsuri. So needless to say, I want you out of the picture as quickly as possible. Alright, just keep on making a strat out of this. What strat? The guitar that is clearly being played in the background. That strat. And if you... Okay, I forgot, you don't have anything to heal yourself with. That's fine. Do the scream. It's free real estate at this point. And then another one of these. Am I upset that Twitch got rid of the Blitz RNG? emote a little bit, because it's very fitting for this. Oh! What do you mean? We almost had him at the ropes, and oops, all Mudo. So yeah, this is why, frankly speaking, don't get attached to things, especially your own stats. I'm gonna have to do something about that, because if Beanpole over here keeps dying in the dark, I'm not gonna live very long. So once again, I'm asking Piano Wife what can be done about this. Also, I just got Pazuzu'd. I almost read that as something else. Good job, Noir. Let's see here. Who out here is strong against Mudo? You would think since you actually use it, that would be the case, but nope. What were you going to say? I'm not going to say it. You can't catch me out here being as down bad as other streamers, that's for sure. I know what I'm about, but I'm also about decorum.
Return when you have gathered more demons.
That being said, this is not great. Wait, Gustav, do you sell anything that's strong against dark?
Well, look who's here.
I do have some things for you, though.
Looking to say.
Thanks.
Looking to say.
Say thanks.
Looking to
say thanks. Say thanks.
Need anything?
I do need other things. Let's see here. Alright then, not a lot to work off of. Definitely not a lot to work off of.
Always a pleasure.
I would say maybe we just wing it one more time, but first off, if anything, that was good damage. We just need Pazuzu to stop Pazuzuing all over the place. I wanna save the mermaids. I wanna save the fragile ecosystem that we live in.
Oh, you want some? Well, do ya?
I might. Where did you go? Smoke ball, that could be useful. A free escape, yes. I also appreciate, oh, never mind. If you have any dark dampeners in the fight, you're right about that. I genuinely forgot that that's what that's for, so I'm gonna have to own up on that.
This'll do.
I should have bought some if they sold them, but Now let's see here. Who here has Agi? Ah yes, the fires of judgment.
Let there be light!
Live from Mount Sinai itself, it's Angel with the W. Now then, let's go ahead and see if we can try that one more time. If anything, are you enjoying your night chat? I know for a fact that if not for me having technical issues with Gungrave, I feel as though it'd be a better night, but I'm enjoying myself so far. Unfortunately, it's just how things go. You want to be on the ground floor? Well, you better learn how not to get trapped in holes. And unfortunately for me, there's been a few holes in regards to that. Namely, the fact that the game does not recognize my Xbox account. I imagine that's just because of development issues, but Personally, I don't know enough to actually verify. Now let's see, what do I have for this? I have the dark gem. Oh, look at that, I have exactly 2 dampeners.
Here.
And then making up for the fact that I could not attack. I'm doing fine tonight, just been feeling lightheaded all day. I hope you're at least resting. Do you have any water, Noir?
Let there be light!
And there's the Magatsiri. And there's my dampener gone away. Alright, not gonna get got this time, that's for sure.
This'll do.
Good point, I actually haven't drank much of anything today. Yeah, I feel you on that, not gonna lie. The fact of the matter is, I've been noticing quite a bit about how my body has been changing ever since the training arc has come to a close, and the thing that gets me the worst is being dead tired in the middle of the night when I'm actually trying to work, and realizing, hey, look at that, not only am I tired, I'm also irritable. What that translates to is, I should probably drink more caffeine when I know for a fact that I'm going to be doing stuff late. Is that a blessing or a curse? I could not tell you. If anything, it's more of a curse, but then again, if you're in America, you already know how big coffee has you. It's also the fact that I don't drink coffee, so you can understand where that's going from. What matters is I'm drinking more water than I ever have, so it balances out. Alright, now we can just shore up our numbers a little bit. Now let's see what the Catman doing. Failing, that's what.
Freeze!
Judgment.
I don't drink coffee either. I used to love it, but when I was little, I was given so much coffee that the caffeine doesn't do anything to me. That's another thing you have to worry about. What eventually you're just gonna get resistant to it. Remember, kids, caffeine is a drug, and drugs, like any other drug, drug you to the point that you can't stand to drink the drug no more unless you have too much drug. That is to say, basically, know your tolerance and stick to it. Don't make yourself sick off of this junk.
Let there be light!
Alright then, I'm of the mind that this should get rid of the man soon. Alright then, this may in fact be it. Are you going to... Well, I don't want to make a reference to who I'm exactly thinking of right now, but yeah. He ain't talking that shit now, huh? Exactly. Your days of womanizing are over. And like that, you've been put on ice. We even get to level up for it. And based on that, I feel as though... agility. I like the speed. I adore Mermaid so far. Yeah, she came out in SMT Apocalypse first, and you know what? She's put in work since. Recurrent +2? Yes. That's that thing we had earlier before we died. Based on that. Now what about this here? What power to have clipped such radiant wings? You may have slain me, but the curse will not fade so easily. My winds shall never die. Alright then, I'll buy a desk fan. We have those, remember? Also, hey look, the crunch. I wish to ingest God's light. Now let's see here. I also forgot about that thing, so give it here. Power. More power. Would you get use out of Rocket Kaja? Maybe. Sleep is for the weak, and frankly speaking, that's why we've been making them weak. And now you get Bouncing Claw as well, so all's well that ends well. Even you get more thing. Alright, good enough. Now we can maybe report on the situation. Because there's definitely no more mermaids here, so... If anything, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I did not expect this to go as well as it did. Go save first. Well, the save point is all the way back past the towers, so it's on the way. Thankfully, we have a fast track towards there. Thankfully, I am not going to deal with these giant spiders. Alright, we didn't see the cutscene yet with our boy.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hey! Hey!
Hey!
Needless to say, one thing I could stand to have more is just, if you've seen the cutscene, you've seen it all,
As I
but...
said earlier, the
Unfortunately, I feel as though that would kill much of the vibe if we actually had that. I wouldn't skip over all of it, it's just... If I die, I die, right? I should be able to just fast track past it, but... You get what you get. I'm not gonna complain about it. I don't know, chat. Is there a particular game that you feel would be better if you could just skip the dialogue after seeing it? Because... At the very least, I feel as though most games are getting better about it. I don't have an example off the top of my head, but for what it's worth, I feel as though it's the one complaint I have about this game early on. Just, you're gonna figure it out, but you're also gonna die, but you're also gonna die, but you're also gonna die, but you're also going to die, and then you figure it out. If anything, though, figuring it out also means why don't we take a quick break to reassess things before we go any further? How does that sound?
But why?
If anything, feel free to ask questions. Go get some water while you're doing that. Let me know what you're paying attention to as the week is going along, and I'll be right back.
Why isn't this working? Is there something missing?
Alright, I think we should be good for now. I wish to traverse more sand. I wish to pray return to the waking sands. A phrase that if you've ever played FF14 will live on in infamy within your entire playthrough, so... What do we do but keep on pressing forward?
Here you go.
Never mind, there's items over here.
Hey, hey, hey!
We do not return to the waking sands, you're right. I won't say anything because spoilers, but you're right. Of course, what is over here, though? Tell me. Well, what's over here actually is more Magatsuhi, so I'm grateful for that. Ooh. Ah, yes. More glory. don't know why, but ever since B. Dylan Hollis put out his video on glorified rice, I can't help but think to myself, are you ready for glory, chat? We could be glorified in the streets, terrified in the sheets. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I did not expect to hit different with me, but I suppose that's how life is, huh? My thing is, I've never actually had rice pudding, and it sounds to me like a bad idea in the first place, but I could be wrong. I don't really eat pudding in the first place. What's that? The Neptunia X-Fan does not like pudding? Who would have thought? Then again, it's closer to Flan, so that could be a factor. So, get a load of this here mermaid. Did you visit the pool? Has anything changed? Putting these nuts in your... Really?
I see.
No. So the curse can't be lifted. Nevertheless, thank you. I'm at least glad to know you defeated the one responsible. I think I'll stay here and look into things a bit more. Well, at least she was grateful for the situation. We'll be back about this later. I can't give up. There has to be a way to lift the curse. You should see how I got Ruchi with that one. You and Ruchi go way back in terms of how many times you've hit her with the ram wrench, haven't you? What's that? You still have more? Oh, that reminds me. You know of the goddess Anahita? I believe Anahita was the ancient Persian goddess of water. They say that her purifying waters are strong enough to banish any evil.
Yes.
Her power just might be able to lift the curse. If I could ask for your assistance one more, I'd like you to help me find her.
Well.
Can I count on you to see this through? Why not? Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful to know I can rely on you. They say Anahita is known to appear by the water source at the mountain's peak. I'm not certain where that is exactly, but it certainly sounds like some place a goddess would appear. I'll ask around to see if the other demons know anything. And then Mermaid was immediately attacked by the Azumi, and it's just like, why did you try? Nobody out here is willing to help. Mermen. Murmuring out here for no reason at all. Aside from that, once again, taking it to the moment of where do I wish to go in terms of branding, I'm just like, what do I describe myself as? I don't know, but it's just like, I have ideas. Apparently we're still calling me Dad, so that also works, but if anything, I like where things are in terms of where we're growing. Somehow we've gotten 14 followers in less than a month, and that just tells me we're doing it right. We're making money moves? Unclear. The money will come later. Right now, it's about building strength. Strength in what? Strength in our conviction. I don't know, chat. Does anything fill you with conviction these days? Because right now, a lot of it is just, I wish to be successful at what I do. And I'd like to think we're getting there. So, we may hit 200 by the end of the year. I doubt it, but at the same time, I'm hopeful. I would like to see it happen. I would like that meme on just up the street. Come on. Come on, you scrunkly dingus. Get down here. Alright, I guess it's as good as it's gonna get.
You swindled me.
Regardless, though, take a look at that scenery. I wish... Wait. That's a thing over there. I see that too, Frame Me on. I want it. I want it. Give it here. You got keen eye to spy me. Keep up and you find 50 of us in no time. At least for the sake of my store discount, I want all of them. Mm-hmm. It also sounds like horses. That looks like glory. That's horse. Horselessness. I don't even have a free slot, so... You there, Turdak, how do you feel today? Oh, you feel like that, huh? And he's paying us for being here, good. Isn't it nice to have friends? Especially when those friends may or may not be friends with those looking to kill you. Alrighty then, moving along. At least for right now. We'll be back for you later. Now what's in here? What is in here is just a few rusted cans, and that looks like... Okay, no, those are still horses. Horse. Oh, there was an old lady who swallowed a horse. It's not me, but all the same. And apparently somebody's car alarm. What do you say about this? The Angel Stronghold? It's just left at the intersection. I don't think I want to get too close, though. I mean, look at your fancy dancers. They might like you. Wonder what kind of demon took down Hydra. They've gotta be super jacked. Wish I was that, though. Wish I was that, though. You know what? Saving at this juncture would be smart. Now let's see. At what level am I to fuse away some of this nonsense? So, Tsuchigumo and Azumi could make a jack-o'-lantern, but I'm not strong enough for it. Or tuna? I mean... Seems to me like the most you offer is healing, but it may not be worth it after all. That being said... It would... Wait. There we go.
You wish to learn?
Give me as many slots as I can get right now.
You wish to learn this? You wish to learn? You wish
I wish to learn this.
Oh, big!
When you have
It is, isn't it? Oh, what do you... What do you mean we've got all these big slots ready to be filled? That's terrible. I'm sorry. And now we can go catch a horse.
Oh my, how lewd.
Sources say that lewd is marketable. If only. What? That look in your eyes. What is reflected there? I would like sleep, but also I'm feeling motivated. How about you? Fire burns all. It is a power of ruin. You are not safe to be near. Oh, so that's how you feel about it. Alright, what does your friend have to say? Are you horsed with the sauce, maybe? You lowered yourself to my level. Smart. Good for talking. I think... Give me 457 Makra. Why not? I'm feeling pretty good right now. My Ethereum is up. My blood is not. Yes, I am satisfied. I am Wilder Bicorn. The hunt is on. Alright then, a horse is a horse, of course, and I feel we are steady on this course. Mitama, though. There's so many sons of Mother and Mitama out here. It's ridiculous.
Here.
And you are weak to Zio. What does that tell me? It tells me, once again, God's light judgeth thee.
Judgment.
And like that, we get glory for it. You give me money, though, so... And there's 4 of you. 4 times the ability to lose money. Why? Because every single one of these Mitama have an extra weakness to themselves. It's not great.
This'll do.
And that's wind. I don't think I have wind on this party. Let's see. Okay then, I can change you out, but at the same time, will you still be there?
Let's go.
Not great. I'm almost of a mind we could hit them with the Omega Toki and see what happens. If anything, this is for science. Oh. It's like that, huh? Alright then, I see.
Take this!
What matters is we got 1. 2, in fact. And because they're cowards, they can just do that whenever they want. Alright then, money secured, horse reined in. I think we're doing pretty good. The moon guy looks like the McDonald's moon guy, you're not wrong. Oh, okay then, please. I did not see that happening. We were talking about Moon Man. Do you wish to be Mac tonight? Maybe.
Hey,
Okay, that's on me. Although... Please, mister, please let me go. No. Please let me live, I'll even join you. Okay, okay? What do I do? You're in a hostage situation and you're still looking for recruitment fees. I want a lot of your HP. Fine. I want 411 Maka. Fine. I want 1 spyglass. This is for Mitama though, but okay. I think that's enough. Thanks. I'm Raptor Zen. Let's do something fun. Will I learn how to voice birds? Maybe. That would be fun, wouldn't it, chat? What voices can I... What voice do you expect out of me, Batheads? I wish to know. Also... Oh.
Here you go.
Let's see here. Let me see what she's found. Aiding Sutra. I'm not familiar. Increases demon's support skill by 1. Good. I love how you've gotten to give these assholes an allowance to join you. Yeah, like I say, recruitment fees. It's a sign-on bonus, as if they deserve it. Your sign-on bonus is that you get to live.
Hey, hey, hey! Uh-huh.
Yep. Once again, this is literally just the composer warming up his instruments. Needless to say, a lot of desert. Find a bunch of Mimon. Go see Gustav. Good idea. Yeah. How do you even know Gustav wants you back in the first place? Are we telling you? Okay, what do you have to say? Did you see a Buddhist-looking demon nearby? You gotta be careful if you try taking him on or you're gonna get hurt. If you ever see a demon that stands out, they're probably extra strong, so watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out. Just past that incline is the big old fortress where all those angels have been squatting. Cold as ice, those bastards. Once they see any demons around, it's on sight, they'll kill you. Trust me, you don't want to get too close. I think I'm gonna get close. How about you? I have my Bible on hand. I can speak its language.
Oh?
I don't believe I've ever seen a demon like you before. What business do you have with a servant of Bethel? You wish to know where the Tokyo Diet building is?
Yes.
Very well. The diet being the Atkins is just beyond the path in this direction. Sounds about right. Speaking of the unfamiliar, I recently saw one of my brethren carrying what I'm fairly certain was a human. It is quite rare to see a human in these parts.
It appears you've ascertained your friend's location. I suggest we make our way to the Tokyo Diet building at once.
The Diet building, huh? You know, it'd sure be nice if I could find my soulmate there.
Young man, it seems your friend is attempting to contact you. I've opened up a channel through my telecommunicator. All you have to do is speak.
You have one of those? Thanks to Agami's abilities, you can now use telecommunications while in Naho form.
Hello. So, how's the search going on your end?
What exactly is Agami? I'm not allowed to say. Think of him as the robot dad you confuse into.
Unfortunately, I've yet to gain any new information. What? You've learned where the angels are gathering? Alright, I'm on my way there now. Once you get there yourself, take a look around. See if you can find Dazai.
Basically, it's just, hey, look at that. I am Dad. Do you wish for power? Do you have the knowledge to gain power? We could make the miracles happen. And that's essentially what Algami is.
Yes.
The Diet Building can be found in the location I previously pointed out to you. Go there, and you should be able to find my brethren angels. I wish for brethren. I wish to understand what is that up on the hill. Up on the hilltop, I don't know. I feel like this is a punishing foe. No, sir, I just wanted to hear you intimidate me. I did not ask to get painted. I'm not gonna do... Wait, Mimon. Yeah. More haste, less speed, yeah? Roundabout path, sometimes the shortcut. I'll be the roundabout. Somebody will punch my lights out. We haven't had much in the way of actual battling in a bit. Why don't we just clown on these children real quick? My thing is, why does Obarion have a hole in its heart? But I'm not going to question it. Instead, freeze him. Either way, it's just one of those things that's just like, hey, I guess I understand. I understand that, frankly speaking, we don't have a lot to work off here. I'm inclined to say I almost wish there was more of a direct story. I wish there was a little bit more. Sometimes I forget Persona's a spin-off of the series. I've always felt they're two different franchises. To be fair, they're kind of pushed like two different franchises to the point that Persona is leagues more popular than mainline SMT, but that's also the thing that kind of draws a bit of ire between the both of them. It's just like, hey, look at that. I'm the old... Everybody calls you the older brother. I'm the older brother. And then if you've ever seen regular show, frankly speaking, it tends to be that the older brother is also the asshole, but at the same time, Persona fans have their own faults as well in regards to that. What matters is they got what they want. Persona 5 is now on the Switch. I hope they're pleased with that. Like what Catherine is to Persona and SMT, it's weird. I don't even think Catherine counts as a straight-up SMT spin-off, but Vincent does make a cameo in Persona 3, so it's unclear. I would consider it an SMT spin-off just because it was the actual... What's the word I'm looking for? Engine test for Persona 5, so that's where I get stand with it. Hey, look at Abscess. Hey, look, a whole bunch of bullshit. Hey, look, it's Shisa. True to its name, I'm going to ask, what the dog doing? Resisting arrest, it would seem. I'm gonna need something with fire, aren't I? Let's see, Turdek, where do you stand on this? Then, you only have poison. Okay. Angel has Agi. The thing about Persona is that it's what Skyrim is to RPG games. We know not everything should be Skyrim, but the general audience will always assume Skyrim is the RPG. To be honest, I don't think that was very true about half a decade ago, but at the same time Persona came out and everybody went, Persona 5 came out and it was just like Persona, 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 Persona. To which I say maybe we need less Persona and more JRPGs that do it right, but it's hard to say. 100 hours is a huge commitment in my opinion, and not everybody is up to that. I was barely up to it when it came out, so... Once again, I wish for you to go to sleep. Okay, that proves it. And then, do I have a fire shard? Fire shard. I do, in fact, not have a fire shard. Unfortunate. But I can do raw damage at least. I'm gonna be sincere, Persona 5 is the most easily approachable JRPG that has been out there. I'm gonna be sincere, Persona 5 is one of the most easily approachable JRPGs that's been out there, and I think that's why it has that kind of following. You're right about that, it's inviting. I wish it was a little less long in the tooth, but at the same time, it's inviting, and it at least gives people an in. I can't say that for a lot of things, but frankly speaking, it's there for a reason. And it's also incredibly marketable, so... that's kind of why it's there in the first place, isn't it? I'm beginning to think this was a mistake. We'll be back later with fire. Alright, just going to traverse through the nonsense and go back to that save point. It would be nice to have. But yeah, for the most part, it's one of those things that's like, I don't bemoan the existence of Persona like some people do. I'm definitely not one of those people. I just wish Persona had less of a tone problem, if you know what I mean. Persona 5 in particular. Everybody rags on how 3, 4, and 5 kind of exist as the only things that exist in the brand, but I would say the problem is less that Persona 1 and 2 are good. It's more that Persona 1 and 2 are old and deserve a little bit of a remake. Not necessarily remove everything it is and just make it another Persona 3, but at the same time, give it a little bit of a facelift. Ask yourself whether or not we're allowed to put the Führer back in. But, if anything, I would say, if it's more your speed, you should look into it, but at the same time, you're right about Persona 5 being extremely approachable.
You brought Mom. Nice work. Look sharp, eh?
Persona 1 has some of the best songs. Yeah, you're right about that, like the drugstore song. And pretty much all of... Oh look, 10 fire shards for 2,000 Maka.
Thanks.
I'd call that a steal, how about you? And just in case, none of you actually work with fire, except on Meraki. Do I want to pay that money?
Need anything else?
I think the weird thing about Persona 1 and 2 is that it exists in the SMT vacuum when 3, 4, and 5 kind of have their own formula going on. You're right about that. If anything, the real Persona 1 was SMT if, and even then SMT if is weird. Some would say it's even bad, but then again, that's more so Marsh. I feel as though that game traumatized him, but I can't say for sure. What matters to me is that whether or not people actually get the ability to choose for themselves what's actually good, instead of just believing in the market share. Do I think God of War Ragnarok is good? I think so in a technical sense, but I also feel as though the gameplay loop looks really, really boring. But at the same time, SMT has that gritty kind of JoJo aesthetic to it with the characters. Ironic you say that considering the fact that Persona 4 was based on Diamond is Unbreakable, but even still. Is that to say that Persona 1 and 2 are more so Part 8? I couldn't tell you, especially considering 1 and 2 came out in the late 90s, but still. Let's see here. I think we should do some essence fusing, but let's see. Who here actually works with fire? I don't have any essences that include fire. So that tells me that abscess is going to abscess all night long until I find a recruitable demon with Agi. Oh well. I should probably recover the rest of my party. I don't know, chat. Frankly speaking, I'm of a mind of what other game series come out that are super divisive? On account of the fact that they're doing something different than the norm of the series that they're actually about. I feel as though the only thing that comes to mind is Mass Effect Andromeda, just because it's hot off the tails of Mass Effect 3 and also kinda sorta spitting in the face of what it was actually doing, based on what I've heard from actual fans of Mass Effect. Not to mention, for some reason or other, people wanted to smear Nier Automata when that came out as well, and it's just like, hey, look at that. Maybe don't shit where you eat. Inside the building's calm. No sure why. Do you feel safe with 4 walls around you, chat? Most would say yes. And Persona 3, 4, and 5 have a more generically modern aesthetic to its characters that resembles slice of life anime in a weird way. I would say, considering what I've heard of people saying that Yakuza is kind of a Japan simulator, I feel like Personas 3, 4, and 5 are also like that. Just the idea of, you're a high schooler, do high school things. Consider this your last bastion of actually being an identifiable person, as the Japanese societal cog-in-wheel situation treads very hard on your bones, to which I say, if it's your deal, it's your deal. I like it every now and then, but I'm not exactly seeking it out.
Here you go.
I got my fill of it when I played 5 Vanilla, let's put it that way. Meanwhile, Yakuza is just like, hey, look at that. What do you mean this is Grand Theft Auto? It is most certainly not Grand Theft Auto. If anything, it's closer to Shenmue. And if you play Shenmue 3, frankly speaking, you're not missing much. Needless to say, I feel as though Yakuza has taken up the torch of Shenmue better than, what's his name, the guy who made Shenmue. What are you in fact weak to? Not a lot. Just in case though, free damage. Once again, if it crits, it fits. That raises another question. What kind of settings would you want to see in video games and more? Personally, I'm of a mind of I would like to see more of what Arknights is doing. Not necessarily the whole magic rock cancer thing, more so that I like the idea of a sort of dystopian society. Just, we have some bad things here, we have some good things here. We're going to see if we can reinforce the good things, while also maybe fighting the hot dragon girl, but we already know this already. Alrighty then, what is here and what is wild? Cyberpunk settings? I'm something of a cyberpunk myself, how about you? There's a lot of horses, I know that for sure. Don't mind me, I'm just doing a little exploring. I almost feel bad for skipping all of these Mitama, but oh well. I made that choice. Hey you. Despondent Oni, what do you have to say about yourself? You scared of me? Bet you are. I'm an Oni after all. Hell yeah, everyone's afraid of me. I was gonna strong-arm the demons around here to be my henchmen, but I ran into a little problem. Turns out I'm too strong and scary. All the demons ran away before I can even get close. So I came up with a plan. I figured if I could show them I'm a reliable guy, they'll be lining up to join my crew. It's only natural for people to feel grateful after being rescued, right? I save their skins, and they make me their leader. That's where you come in. Think you could find a demon in need of some help? We're moving on up to the east side. I mean, this is the east, isn't it? Yes. East. I thought you said west. Am I in trouble? Not really. What about you? Anything I need help with? And Oni asked me the same thing a while back, so I had him help me gather some chakra drops. But before I knew it, he took a lot of them and ran off. If he's gonna do that, then he can keep his help to himself. Well said. You want to know if there's anything you can help with? Get real. Last time, I asked an Oni to help me move a boulder and the guy just punched me straight into the dang thing. If you think I'm gonna ask for help ever again, you got another thing coming. I feel that. I genuinely feel that. Do I need help? Nope. It doesn't seem as though any demons around here need help. You should report back. He's not gonna like the sound of that. How'd it go? Any demons want some help? He told them no demons are around here in need of any help. What? I'm here, ready and willing, and nobody needs me? That's it. I'll show those ungrateful punks. It's on! The demon left in a fit of anger. Oh, what have we gotten ourselves into? What are you doing, man? Don't be stupid, just let me help, damn it. Someone stop that Oni. What? You stepping up? Alright then, I hope you're ready to have your face punched in. Alright. Let's see. I want to believe shocking... Well, yes, I want to believe the matters of this are quite shocking for you. Yes. Good. Judgment. And then... I don't feel like Bufu is gonna work on this, but... maybe Dark. Good enough. It's proof enough that it's there. And then will this crit? He resists physical, alright. Good to know. Let there be light! I almost feel bad for getting rid of Dormima, but... I don't know, Chad. I look at this situation and go, if people aren't in need of help to that degree, maybe you should just be grateful that you're not needed that badly. At that point, you're just being a glory hound, but Judgment. You know what? Can I change you out for somebody else? Who here has lightning? Who here has lightning and is a decent level?
Your turn, go!
And then you could sure use some help, but... Alright. And then for you, my friend.
Oh, Heavenly Father, deliver them! Light!
Now, if they could deliver me some MP, we'd be really in business. Well, you don't resist Mudo, but it's probably not for the best that we use it. Well, at least Turdek resists physical as well, but also, this is kind of a bad move in my opinion. Let's see here. At least to shore up our numbers for right now. What about Freikugel? Well, Freikugel is at least an option. Kind of a waste of Magatsuhi at this moment, but oh well. We could go brief. Well, that just extends it. What matters is I want my boys back.
This'll do.
Now watch this kill. Watch this kill. Oh well. Walking around and finding out seems to be the way things go. If anything, I'm just of a mind of, that tends to be the going strategy. Let yourself die for a second. What was your question earlier? I had to leave for a second. What kind of, what's the word, settings would you want to see more of in games? Since Centris as well was just like, I'm sick of high school life simulator. And my mind was like, I wish to see more like Arknights. Essentially just, we don't need straight up apocalypses all the time, but at the same time, I would enjoy a little bit of the aesthetic. Not to mention the whole dripped out thing they're going for. Also the hot dragon girl. I should probably put my party back together. At least to make sure that we're not getting jumped for nothing.
Here you go. Hey, hey.
Oh boy. Oh wait, never mind. Hey look everybody, it's Sigmatic Saki Migtama. I have spyglass, there we go. Wait, no, it's Ada Mitama, who is in fact weak to fire. I don't have fire right now. Regret. I genuinely do not have fire right now. What a shocker. Who do we change out for this? Let's see. Well, Angel's dead, and he's our only fire user, so this is a wash. Never thought about it, but if I was given a setting, I'd want more urban city settings that aren't, GTA inspired, So, in that regard, noir, would you consider a noir setting part of that? Something like LA Noir, perhaps? Yeah, needless to say, I'm very glad for the unique demon noises in this. If they're not gonna speak, at least let them make noise. Exactly, maybe even Ghostwire. I would say Ghostwire, but there's actual people to talk to. How does that sound?
Welcome to the
world of shadows, where we have things that may or may not use fire. That you cannot fuse right now. Now this one right here, that would be very nice to have.
return when you have gathered more demons.
I want more urban settings, cities, slums. I would almost say, if not for the fact that we're not streaming .hack.gu right now, we may get some of that later on, but at the same time, that's for later. If it's alright with you, though, I think I'm going to pop some of these Gospels just because. That I cannot use right off the bat, but oh well. Like hell, the city of FF15's Kingsglaive looked amazing. We didn't get any of that. Yeah, we only got Insomnia as the final level after it was destroyed, so to be frank, it feels like a bit of a missed opportunity. Especially when you consider how much of the other settings feel painstakingly put together. One of the ones that's an actual city, you could practically get lost in, but at the same time, you only get to do that for one point, and then the story dips from there. Ooh. Now, question is, are you weak to ice? Being a blacksmith, I would imagine cold is bad for you, but I don't know. Let's see, all potentials are maxed out for all allies for one turn. You know what, we haven't seen that yet, I want to. Nice. It feels good to have my potential unleashed. Hey Bats, hello Scythe, how are you my friend? It's once again the SMT5. It's once again asking ourselves, do you have a particular setting in fiction that you would like to see applied to video games more? I just cobbled together a last-minute birthday card for someone? Well then, I'm glad you're thinking of people. To be honest, I know what that's like. Sometimes you genuinely forget, but at the same time, as long as you're thinking about people, I feel as though that should be what matters. Considering I have never made one, nor do I ever get one, I also know what that's like. Needless to say, I kind of keep to myself these days, and ultimately, birthdays just come and go. But I also know how to at least celebrate for my own self. There's power in that. So if anything, I'm just glad you're keeping up with people enough to remember that stuff, but needless to say, life just throws you curveballs like that, don't they? Also, Noir still can't believe how salty he is about FF15. Trust me, I know how you feel. I don't believe it deserves as much hate as it gets, but at the same time, I blame Square for not believing in Versus 13. We could have gotten a genuinely good game if they actually cared, but unfortunately Square seems to love throwing itself around in places it doesn't belong. Ah. I'm sorry, I keep hitting my mic. It should be further up. What if I tried cursing you? Even though that's called Aha and not Mudo, but you understand what I mean. Darkness, imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute horror. I cannot live. I sure as hell can die. Let's see, what about Zio? What about Beatdown? What about randomly hitting you with this poor girl's flipper? Good enough. And considering it's the lowest stat, why not luck? They say it's a lady, but I haven't seen it yet. Needless to say, just like my gacha, I don't feel lucky in a lot of situations where RNG is involved. But at the same time, I make it work.
Welcome to the world of shadows, where demons gather.
Now let's see here. First off, compendium registry.
Are you registered?
And then we can see what else we can get out of this. Hey look, it's Andres. You do not have Agi though, so I'ma hold off for a bit. I'd Varus though. He'd definitely be great to have.
Is this demon to your liking?
I think so. Look at him. It's a tiny dragon. Isn't he great? Now then, anything else worth having? Well, first off, I'm not giving up the thing we just got, so no. Okay, that works.
Is this demon to your liking?
That sounded like Patrick Science. I like the owl boy. Yes, good old James Woods over here. And then, of course, what else can we learn from this? You could stand to learn to heal, I think. What about you?
Return when you have gathered more demons.
I think this should be fine. I want to believe it'll be fine. And now we go ahead and look for that abscess again. In fact, where? This way? I think so. While the horses ask, why are you running? Why are you running? I gotta ask, what are the games you're most salty about? A lot of it is gacha. A lot of it is shooters. What's that? Halo is no longer infinite. Well, it hasn't been since Halo 4, has it? I guess you could say a lot of it is just big budget projects that turn out to be mid, but really, I feel like that's a lot of gaming in general. Frankly speaking, deliver on what you promise. If I've learned anything from watching Peter Molyneux, it's that you shouldn't get excited for things that end up promising too much, if you know what I mean. Sometimes it's too good to be true. And then I also look at stuff like No More Heroes 3 and go, you know, considering the fact that we already knew that Travis Strikes Again was never going to be was never going to be a second sequel, I appreciate that the effort was put into 3 to actually exist. Man, I remember when Watch Dogs was the most hyped game ever. I never cared about it, so I guess I walked away and not losing anything. I certainly never bought it, and then Watch Dogs got a weird third-party thing that kind of makes me think, hey, maybe Ubisoft should stop trying to be political, if you know what I mean. As much as people will tell you art should be political, I don't consider Ubisoft games art.
Here you go.
Maybe that's a bit of a heated opinion, but let's be honest here. Okay, for a moment there I was like, something is swooping down, and I'd rather it didn't. Art can be political, but it shouldn't always be. You're right about that. Sometimes you just want to be able to enjoy the game for the gameplay, right? Sometimes you just want to play Nier because Yoko Taro hasn't steered you wrong yet, and then for some reason or other, their Sinnoh Alice wants to just make you feel as though, hey look, you're ruining the trope. Me too, actually. I genuinely thought the hacker thing was boring, but my friend was like, nah man, this is it. To which I say, I feel like these puzzles existed way back when Dead Space 1 came out, but I don't know. Maybe they did it better in Ratchet & Clank. It's a distinct possibility. Sometimes you just need to understand what is fun. So, a word that continues to be subjective to this day, and asking people to quantify it is so long in the tooth that I don't have a way of explaining that. Hacking is actually the most boring thing. Are you saying that because you're in IT, or because you don't like the mechanic in games?
Here you go.
Okay then, the Tsuchigumo are in my way. Yes, I did hacking and it's boring as shit. Well then, frankly speaking, take it from them. The movies did it wrong. And the movies will continue to do it wrong, just like the movies will continue to profess the idea that humans are using 10% of their brain, even though if that were true, we'd all be literal vegetables. Pardon me if that is a bit of an untoward statement, but at the same time, I feel as though it's correct. Interesting when it works, but the actual process of hacking is the most tedious process. Yeah, isn't it basically just throwing numbers at a chalkboard and seeing if it works? As opposed to, you get some weird techno-babble music and suddenly, I'm in. Reminds me of how Nier Automata handled hacking, with a shooter minigame, which funnily enough is also in the Automata content associated with FF14. People did not like that raid tier, that's for sure. It's throwing scripts at things and hoping they work, also looking through a bunch of data. It couldn't be me. I more so like repairing stuff, but at the same time, that's what they hired me for, and look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now, a vessel of flesh that may or may not be corrupted. I like that raid tier. I like the music in that raid tier. I don't like people complaining about it, especially the third raid, but sometimes you just gotta learn to pay attention. Pattern recognition in my MMORPG, you wouldn't believe it. What's that? You're not allowed to stand in the sparky glowing thing? Maybe I shouldn't. Where is this abscess? I forgot where it is. Okay, it should be in that direction. Ivalice is still my favorite alliance raid though, but that's because you can do math, right? People don't realize how the 9S hacker shooting game was so essential. Yeah, they also don't like the idea of having to play the game twice to get to the actual meat of the story, but at the same time, I wouldn't dwell on it. If anything, it's kind of the standard when it comes to Nier. You couldn't ask a journalist to play it all the way through, though. In any case, hey, get a load of this. And he resists fire, oh boy. But at the same time, are you weak to Bufu? No. Fire? Well, no, we just said you're not weak to fire. Poison. He's weak to poison, good. Imagine not being weak to poison. But of course I'm not allowed to add on to it, but oh well.
Take this!
This could be... Never mind. I was just like, this could be bad, and then oops, he kind of double dipped. Let's see here. More of this. Thank goodness we have physical skills, otherwise this might take a while. And then... I mean... Sandman is still dead, of course. One more for the road. You remember any other overhyped games? I mean, Duke Nukem Forever was a thing. Ah, they killed my chicken. They almost killed me. They killed... Wow, this is really not great. It's not great.
This'll do.
Well, I don't know why I did that. Would you ever play Duke Nukem? I played the older Duke Nukem games, that's for sure, but at the same time, do I really care? Not really. I'm more of a mind of, I wanted to play Bulletstorm, but it's only available through the Duke Nukem collection these days, if I remember right. And who do I blame for that? You know who. Oh no, Bulletstorm is actually available on PS Network for free or at a discount. Either way, I'm just glad it's not tethered to the thing that Randy Pitchford continues to... What's the word I'm looking for? Disgrace as a result of his negligence. It was... The remaster was $3 last time you saw it? Well, that's nice. You know what's also nice? Dropping your controller, expecting to die. Alrighty then. I will take that and probably run to the ley line, because oops, everybody's dead. Where even is the ley line? I forgot. Okay, around this corner maybe. Wait, no, that way. As the Mokor, you're coming for my blood, but let's see here. I wish to be free. Alright. Salvation is not a thing that exists in this world. We need to make it for ourselves. And then we go see the wife. Why? Because we have new skills. Oh.
Welcome to the world of...
Alright then. Apotheosis. Apotheosis. Miracle. Speaking of miracle, I still need to go play Blasphemous at some point. I don't know when, but I do know it will happen at some point. Let's see here. Newly fused demons will gain XP based on the stats of the demons used. I want that. But I also need more glory.
Return.
I have things that will allow me to have a small amount of glory, so... Where are they? Yes. Glory. But I also need 4 more glory.
You swindled me.
What a surprise. If I could just find one... Wait. Never mind. Mitama, I know you're here. I know what you want. It's the bastard child of Castlevania and Dark Souls who was raised Catholic? Yeah, that sounds like something I would enjoy. Gonna go grab dinner, have a good stream? Alrighty then, we may be wrapping up sooner or later. I'm more so just shoring up numbers, but all the same, I hope you enjoy the rest of your night.
Here.
Let's see, weak to Bufu. Nobody here has Bufu. Wait, no. There we go.
Your turn, go!
There. What? Okay, that's Hama. Of course it is. And of course, I fused away angels, so that's on me.
Come!
Goodbye. You were never my friend. And then for you over there, let's try this again, shall we? Gonna hit you with this spyglass. And you bet that's actual Bufu. That you do not have on you, Andros. Mermaid, on the other hand, should get this real quick. And then we pop the glory crystal. And then we pop the glory crystal. And then we ask Naho for his 3-bean salad recipe, and then we go, I don't know. You think the Naho Beano knows how to cook? I doubt it. Let's see. And then, based on that...
You wish to learn them?
I indeed wish to learn.
Return when you have gathered more demons.
This is fine. I think this is very fine. Not exactly the bastion of progress that I would have hoped it was, but at the same time, this was an accidental holiday one-off, so I can't complain. If anything, this has been good to me. That being said, whether or not this gets replaced by Gungrave on Saturday is up for debate, but whether or not that turns out to be good, I'll let you know in the future. That being said, thank you for joining. If you'd like to support me with this, consider joining for a bit of a raid of a friend of mine who's currently streaming Ultra Kill. Go, if anything, shout out Bathead raid for me just to see how that goes. But if anything, let's give them power, shall we? So yeah, if anything, if you're celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you have a happy one, and I hope you continue to do what you do. Stay safe out there, everybody.